Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ihenacho. Today I want to discuss something that is very important in the solar industry. I'm talking about overrated solar panels, or sometimes substandard solar panels. You see, this is one problem that has been bedeviling the solar market, that so many people don't even notice it is a problem. Some don't even notice that the panels they bought are overrated. Because I've been a victim of it, I'm talking from experience and I'm teaching you so that you don't make the same mistake I've made. So if you are ready, let's start here. Let's go into the heart of the matter. See, here are 6 solar panels I purchased for a client, which unfortunately didn't meet the performance expectation. I have lined them up here. I will turn them around so that you can see closely the labels. As you can see, each one is marked as 250 watts. But here is a catch. It is not the manufacturer's fault here. It is the seller who have compromised these labels. So, are these panels truly delivering 250 watts? Or have they been deliberately mislabeled? Let's find out. Okay, take a closer look at these 6 panels. You will notice something suspicious. All 6 of them have the same type of labels, but 4 of them show sign of clear tampering. You can see the old labels have been removed and new ones that didn't quite cover the scars have been placed. It is obvious that these labels have been compromised. But what about these other 2 that the labels appear clean? How can we be sure that they are not mislabeled? To prove this point, I will peel off the labels to review the original ones underneath. But however, no seller, to be honest, no seller will let you peel off labels of a solar panel on the spot. So how do we determine the true size of a solar panel? Let's find out together. Now, to determine the actual size of solar panels, there are 3 basic methods you can use. One is by measuring dimension, and you compare it with standard solar panels in the market, the dimension with standard solar panels in the market. Now let's compare it with 250 watt solar panel made by reputable companies. And the next one is weight. Weight can actually determine if the panel is authentic, if they are built with good materials or not. Then the third method is electrical testing. We're going to use 2 panels to conduct the electrical tests. Okay, now for the first panel, we measure the voltage as 040, that is 40 volts, that is open circuit voltage VOC. And the short circuit current is measured to be 5.0, that is 5 amps. Now for the second panel, the VOC is 39.3, while the short circuit current is measured 5.09 amps. Now using the formula for power, which is current times voltage. Now for the first panel, 40 volts times 5 amps will give us 200 watts. Now for the second panel, 39.3 volts times 5.09 amps will give us approximately 200.04 watts. You see, both panels are equivalent, so it can be approximated to 200 watts. Okay, let's go further. Now we want to determine the wattage using voltage at maximum power and current at maximum power, that is VMP and IMP. Now let's assume that there is a 5% drop at maximum power. Let's assume there's a 5% drop at maximum power. Now at 5% drop, the VOC will now, the VMP will now be VOC times 0.95, and the IMP will be IXC times 0.95. Now for the first panel, the VMP will now be 40 times 0.95, which is 38 volts, and the IMP will be 5 times 0.95, which is 4.75 amps. Okay, now the power will now be 38 volts times 4.75 amps, which is 180.5 watts. That is for the first panel. And for the second panel, the VMP will be 39.3 times 0.95, which is 37.335 volts, and the IMP, that is current at maximum power, will be 5.09 times 0.95, which will give us approximately 4.84 amps. Okay, now the power will now be 37.335 volts times 4.84 amps, which will give us 180.7014 watts. Again, you can see that their powers are equivalent, which means if we now consider voltage and current at maximum point, the wattage, calculated wattage of this panel is 180 watts. Okay, now let's compare it with the label that we found. When we peeled out the new label they used to cover there's a label we found. Okay, let's compare it with that and let's see. Now you can see the label clearly. This particular panel, the label shows that, the hidden label shows that the actual power of this panel is 175 watts, which is not far from 180 watts, and the voltage at maximum power is 35.8, and current at maximum power is 4.89. So our estimate of using 5% drop is not wrong. That will now tell you that for these panels, including those we don't know, that the power ranges from 170 watts to 180 watts. You can see the discrepancy. So that will actually let you know that these panels were overrated with that label. So the panel was not even up to 200 watts, more than 200 watts as we calculated. Please subscribe to our YouTube page and also follow the links below to learn more. We appreciate. Thank you.